Hello, welcome to this edition of Tiger Broadcast. I'm Peyton Medina.
And I'm Lauren Felker.
In this show, we get to see how one local LS business is lighting up our city.
And we get the inside scoop on how one religious holiday is impacting students this month.
All this and more on this edition of Tiger Broadcast. Prom has passed us by, but that doesn't mean we can't take a look at how some prom goers pulled off the Cinderella look. Reporter Micaiah Farley and videographer Lauren Felker fill us in.
This year's prom is right around the corner, which means girls are looking high and low for the perfect dress to look their best.
Like every girl, I've got to get my dress and my jewelry and my shoes. My first 2 years, I did pink, and so I'll always love a pink dress.
I feel like I have a more simple vibe, so I like the silky material kind of, and I like form-fitting and usually like a slit too.
To find that dream look and achieve the perfect fit requires expertise and a good eye. LSHS senior Peyton Sutton carries just the right touch of both to make sure the experience of finding a dress is easy and memorable.
Each girl has about 45 minutes to find a dress. You're assigned a stylist, so that way it goes a lot smoother, and talk about alterations because we're very educated on that, and designers as well.
You have to schedule an appointment to go get your dress. This year I had Peyton as my stylist, and so it was really easy. I found my dress in 10 minutes.
Being a stylist comes with a lot of responsibilities, but also has its fair share of both benefits for the customer and stylist.
My favorite parts is that it's really like a family. We're there every weekend. You kind of have to love the people that you're working with. So I think a benefit that comes in with designer dresses is definitely understanding how it's going to look and how it's going to fit. It really does kind of add up to everything that you will be spending.
While designer dresses come with their advantages, some girls have found a place and a way to acquire a perfect and unique dress without breaking the bank.
The acronym is WCC. Basically, every year they get donations. A lot of them are vintage, so that's why I've been going. You get a free dress, shoes, and jewelry.
Overall, I think it's a really good place to go for people who don't want to spend a lot on a prom dress, considering you just wear it once. So I was just kind of looking for fun, and then I found several dresses that were actually really cute, so it just worked out well.
The convenience and bargain price of these dresses come with diverse styles and bring variety and excitement to prom season.
I really like the color of my dress. It's like a bright blue, so it felt very springy and just fun for a senior prom.
This year I have a yellow dress. It's kind of an A-line, and it's strapless, so I'm very excited about that.
No matter how girls are pulling off their prom look this year, whichever route they take is sure to result in a memorable prom night. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Micaiah Farley.
One particular shop in downtown Lee Summit has transformed our Ellis community in a colorful way. As it turns out, doodling does have its benefits. Reporter Chloe Roberts and videographer Lucy Cooper color in the blanks.
Downtown Lee Summit shops are not a dime a dozen. Many have their own unique style and approach. One shop in particular has literally made its mark in a unique way.
Our shop is a traditional sign making shop. We make signs with hand tools. We hand paint. We use neon on our signs. We've made some really cool signs, and some of them are big and ostentatious and beautiful to look at, but some of them are really simple and they're effective.
You're going to see their fingerprints all over it. Why? Because of the signage that they've done. They've done this beautiful old-fashioned signs that were popular at one time. They've brought that all back, and they've put that in downtown Lee Summit.
We've got a few restaurants that have opened up, like Libations, Smoke Brewing, just places down here that we frequent. Arcade Alley, ITAP.
The Cat's drug sign that we did for the Lumi Neon Museum is probably one of our favorites, primarily because it was so hard to make.
Right now, I'm actually working on the glass for Town Topic.
Through their dedication and effort, they've forged a lasting impact on the heart of downtown.
I get to make a mark on our city that we love. I get to improve the neighborhood that we live in, the way it looks visually and the way people say it feels. Our signs have a voice. I think that's a pretty cool thing, especially the way it can help transform our downtown neighborhood.
Their enjoyable approach to work is the key to their success.
I was lucky enough to meet Ben, who's my business partner, and Remy, who works in the shop here, and they both love signs too. do. So it was a really nice confluence of three guys that have the same purpose. We don't really see it as a job. We talk about how Sunday comes and goes, but we're ready to come back on Monday. It's not like we dread coming in here or anything like that. We almost want to be in here.
I kind of enjoy getting up and coming in here and getting coffee and getting started. That's probably what I enjoy about it the most. We only have a few more employees when Dave started, but I think our footprint in downtown has grown and the amount of product we have out.
Dave has easily embraced his passion for his job from his lifelong love for art.
I went to school at the University of Kansas to get a degree in illustration. I've always drawn. Even when I was a little kid, I would steal my mom's typing paper and just draw on it constantly. So I always kept a journal since then, and it's a nightly thing for me. I enjoy going home, putting on music, having a delicious beverage, and sitting there and drawing. I mean, they're just a record of my life. First ones I ever did were 40 years ago. I really think there's value in seeing that people can change their worldview and all of those good things that happens as we all grow up and get older.
Dave's work has significantly contributed to the culture of Lee Summit. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, this is Chloe Roberts.
Religion is a big part of many people's daily lives. In this next story, reporter Peyton Medina and videographer Lillian Maycock show us how one family at Lee Summit High School celebrates their religion and culture during this time of year.
Celebrating religion takes on many forms. Those in the Muslim community celebrate Ramadan, which is a 30-day commitment that some LSHS students participate in. This commitment looks like not chewing gum and not eating or drinking from sunrise to sunset.
Like as a family, we all fast, so it's not like, and we all like are going through the same thing, and we're all like really patient with each other, so that's probably my favorite.
Not just refraining ourselves from food and water for 30 days, but it's also getting ourselves closer to God.
When you fast in the month of Ramadan, you're more conscious of your unconscious behaviors. For example, like if you like curse a lot without like you knowing, like it's just like a habit, when you're fasting, you become more aware of those habits.
In addition to applying these behaviors, many members are constantly pushing themselves by giving to those who aren't as privileged and bringing themselves closer to those around them.
It also like shows like how like life is like for the people who don't have food, and to be more grateful. And in this time, you also give zakah to the poor people, which is just donating to the poor people.
The thing I love most about celebrating Ramadan is not only getting closer to God, but also connecting with other Muslims.
While prayer time is very important, there are a few things that they struggle with when it comes to continuing their faith during school.
But I really try to do my prayers in a place where I know I can do it freely without having to worry about if someone's going to walk in and say something or tell me I can't do this here, like etc.
I think this year I really want to put an importance on prayer. For people that don't know, it's like you have to pray 5 times, and you have to make wudu before every single one, which is basically like you wash your hands, you wash your face, you basically clean yourself, and then you pray. I feel like the only thing that I don't like is just like there's no place to pray exactly.
Not having a designated place to pray like some schools do poses difficulties, but it becomes easier when these students have loved ones there to support them.
Along with my beliefs, I think having a community of people who believe in the same thing as you do is like a lot more helpful to get closer to what your religion is and what you believe in. I think that makes a deeper connection, and as we say, like in Islam, like we are one ummah, meaning we're all one, we're all the same. I think that really like makes the meaning a lot deeper when you can really feel it.
Believing and practicing one's faith takes work and dedication. Celebrating Ramadan is no different. Reporting for Tiger Broadcast, this is Peyton Medina. Over 100 students are involved with the ROTC program here at Lee Summit High School. ROTC cadets participate in drills, competitions, and color guard. One ROTC junior has done that and more. Reporter Garrett McMillan and videographers Juliana Belzeski and Jackson Boy explain.
Hey! I joined ROTC because honestly, it just looked fun. I saw that there was a drill team, so I wanted to join that because it was something that my uncle did when he was in the Navy. So he kind of had a big influence on me for ROTC.
If they're looking for a role model, she's a great one. She is focused, dedicated, good person, tries to take care of her team.
I have been drill commander since, again, my freshman year, so I've done drill team. Next year I'm doing Raiders, I've done all the honor guards. I've kind of just been super involved in ROTC, and I've done all the community service. I have hundreds of hours.
Addison Dittmore has put her time and efforts into ROTC, but not just for the basic result.
I got accepted to the Air Force Junior ROTC Flight Academy, and they only took 120 kids from the nation, so it was college students, seniors, and juniors.
Selection for that is pretty difficult, but she's an outstanding candidate for that. So I think she is more than capable of accomplishing that goal and doing extremely well.
I'm going to University of West Florida in Pensacola, and it'll be an 8-week program to kind of build up my aviation from .0 to all the way to your private pilot's license. When I'm done and I graduate, I get my wings and I can go fly a plane whenever I'd like.
It is probably 100 times more difficult than what your average class here is. It is drinking from the fire hose.
But Addison isn't just stopping at being able to take the sky.
Her primary goal is to end up being a fighter pilot in the United States Air Force. Part of that goal also entails her wanting to attend the United States Air Force Academy.
Your main missions are to go to like those deployed areas and kind of do the whole quote unquote like dangerous stuff and take down enemies and do all that basic Top Gun kind of dogfight things, which sounds like such a little kid like dream, like I want to be a fighter pilot, I want to be an astronaut.
It takes a lot of work, a lot of academic work. Our colonel was a tanker pilot, and that takes a lot of work, so fighter pilot's probably about 2 times the amount of work as that.
When I go to USAFA, in order to get that, I would have to be at the top of my class and everything, so all my classes, all my aviation stuff. So becoming a fighter pilot is definitely top of the line, got to know your things, and it definitely has just a different way of life.
Soon, Addison will be able to take to the skies and follow her Top Gun dreams. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast,
Forward.
This is Garrett McMillan.
As many know, change is inevitable, but it's how you respond to that change that determines the outcome. In this next story, reporter Angelia Johnson and videographer Valentina Ureta explain how one LSHS team has persevered through their changes.
Set! Running any program is a tough task, but one LSHS coach has been faithful to this program for a decade.
This is my 10th season. So the head coach at the time had an opening for throws and asked if I wanted to be a coach. And I told him, I was like, hey, I don't have much experience with it. And he said, that's okay. We have some time to learn and get better at it. And it just kind of presented itself to me, the opportunity. And it's been fun.
That hard work has paid off.
I actually put my name out there to be the head coach. So it's not like they didn't ask me first. I knew we had the position open. So I put my name into the ring and told them, I said, hey, I will bring up the responsibility and the expectations that, come along with it.
A lot of fun. Shriver's an easygoing guy. He knows when he needs to be serious, though, and he's really good at switching between being serious and being fun. I really like Coach Shriver. Peters was a lot of fun, but I know that we're in good hands with Coach Shriver.
Those hands are going to get roughed up because switching from an assistant coach to a head coach is a heavy load.
So as an assistant coach, you just have to worry about track athletes. For the most part, you don't have, other stuff to worry about as much. But when I became the head coach, it's like, okay, now I have to worry about coaches and gear.
Although it's hard, Coach Shriver is not alone carrying the load.
I have some really awesome assistant coaches around me that have helped make my transition to a head coach so much easier, which, I've said many hands make light work.
For all the coaches, it's not just about the logistics of running a team. They have other important aspirations for their athletes.
A lot of the coaches want the best for all of the athletes. So there's a lot of passion, but then there's also a lot of determination to make sure that each athlete is doing the best that they can to reach their goals.
I really want all of our kids to gain some confidence this year. Go out there and go be great. Go do the best you can. I want you to be better today than you were yesterday. And I want tomorrow for you to be better than you are today. I want us to be, as great as we can be at the end of the season.
The athletes are also looking forward to a productive season.
I really like track. It's very supportive. We got a lot of good coaches this year.
I'm going to constantly have to learn new things because, there's so much about being a head coach that I don't know. So I'm going to do a lot of learning myself this year.
For the LSHS track coaches, learning and winning is the name of the game. Signing off for Tiger Broadcast.
This is Angelia Johnson.
Thanks for watching this month's edition of Tiger Broadcast.
For films, packages, and more, head to tigerbroadcast.com and follow us at TBTV8 Sports on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram.
Once again, I'm Peyton Medina.
And I'm Lauren Felker.
See you next time, Tigers!